Alright y'all, this is just a quick video here. Anyway, today is Friday. Usually we get to work half a day on Friday and come in and be able to have time to get some stuff done. Right now, I'm out here working on the fence, the fencing project, and taking a break right now. I made some videos earlier on it, and I'm not sure if I'll release them single or I'll put them together as one big video or something. But anyway, been getting on that. Had to cut some trees and get a couple down out of my way that were a problem and everything like that. Right now I'm sitting down taking a break making this video because I got the concrete setting up in those posts, before I go any further on that. It's a really pretty day today. It's like 70, 71 or 2, something like that. Which I enjoy the sunshine. A whole lot rather be out here and be hot and sweating than I would be cold. But that's me. Some people feel the opposite way. But anyway, usually I'll put my earbuds in and I'll listen to music occasionally, but a lot of times I'll listen to videos and things. And I was just listening to one that Bear did a little bit ago. I'll link it in the description. It was a pretty cool video talking about homesteading and making it work. Anyway, he had a guy that asked a question about having time and do they have jobs and things like that. So I'm gonna link that video so you can go check it out. They go into a lot of in-depth things. He's really good at that. He has a good way of talking statistics and numbers and things like that, where a lot of times I just kind of jump in and go for it. I don't, keep track with stuff like he does. I mean, they count how many calories they use a year, how many calories this thing is, that thing, and all the things like that. So I'm not going to take all away from his video. Like I said, I encourage you to watch it, but this is not really a video response, but I just kind of want to springboard off of it. So they're talking about homesteading is a lot of work, and it is. I agree with that. It's a lot of cost for materials and tools and animals and everything like that too. But I really get an enjoyment out of it. When I'm at work, I look forward to coming home and taking care of the homestead stuff, the animals, and getting projects done and everything. To homestead, you have to have a good work ethic. Also, as you see a lot of my videos, I'm doing this by myself, and that's not saying anything bad against my wife or anything like that, because she helps every way she can. But honestly, she's not here a lot. She's got a pretty normal job with normal hours, like 7 to 5 or something, so basically when she gets home, the kids are home, she picks them up from daycare and everything like that. So it's really hard for her to be able to get out and help me do this stuff. So a lot of times I just saddle up and do it myself, which, be honest with you, suits my personality, because I'm always the kind of person, it's probably a character flaw, but I hate to ask for help. I would rather find a way to do it myself. Just like, as you'll see in the video when I took that tree down and things, you just find a way to make it happen. And that goes whether you're working by yourself or you're working with somebody or anything like that. When you have a problem arise, you got to find a way to solve it and a way to get around it, or whatever you need to do to get the task done. Or if you don't have quite the right tool for it, then you just find a way to make it happen. So as you can see, hopefully if the sun's not too bright, putting in corner post, you'll put them like that, and then you put one in the middle and you screw it together with lag bolts, or at least I do. And then some people also wrap wire on it and tighten it down. But anyway, like I said, I'm doing that by myself. I'm digging the holes, planting the post, making the corners, and eventually I'll be running the wire, or maybe being this is Friday, maybe tomorrow my wife will be able to help me a little bit and we'll do it that way. But at the moment, and well, maybe I'll show you the sections later, but the majority of that section I run by myself. The beginning part of the fence, she was able to help me with that day. But I don't really know where to go with this video. But anyway, if you're going to homestead, you're going to have to work. You're going to have to, I mean, even if you're working with a team or you're working with your spouse or whatever, you're going to have to find a way to get things done, not rely on somebody else to do it for you. So I encourage everybody to prep, and I encourage everybody to homestead, but it comes with a cost, especially homestead, and you got to put in the time and you got to put in the effort and everything like that, or it's not going to work. And granted, there's different levels and there's different steps. Like we started with the garden and the chickens back last year, about late February, early March, I think it was. And that's not a whole lot of work. You have 5 or 6 chickens, something like that. You know, it's pretty manageable. Once you have your pen, your coop or whatever, just feed them and get the eggs every day and things like that. Garden's a little more work, but depends on how big you make it. You can get by, you know, with not putting a lot in. But once you add a lot of stuff, it's a lot of cost, a lot of time, a lot of work, and a lot of discipline to keep it running. At the moment, we have the chickens. We have 6 or 7 goats. I don't know why I can't never keep up with the exact number. We don't have that many to be confused with, but we got 6 or 7 goats. We're planning on getting hogs again. I worked on my pen the other day. You know, just got a few limbs up that fell on it and things. And get that ready. We're probably planning on getting them Tuesday. We were going to get them yesterday, but it was raining, and over there where we get them from, it's a nasty mud hole to try to load them and stuff, so we just figured we'd go next week. I got my, well, not mine, but I got the cow trailer from my parents' house, so we'll be able to do that soon. So we'll have hogs again. We have the greenhouse, which I ain't gonna lie, I ain't been a great greenhouse gardener. I don't know exactly what went wrong. Maybe it's a combination of things, probably it is, but right now it's about 70 degrees. I got the door open, I got my vents open, I installed, and I've got my fans on, but it's still 90 or 100 in there. I can't get it any cooler, but it'll probably be all right. Like it says, air circulating and things on that. My tomatoes that died, I don't know whether it was from the propane gas or whether it was from some kind of disease or something. I'm not quite sure on that, but I got a couple in there now that looks pretty good. Hopefully they'll be all right. It's warm enough now, I'm not having to run the propane even at night. So if that was an issue, hopefully it'll resolve itself. I need to do another update video on it soon, but I've got some cucumbers in there that are doing pretty good. They're starting to grow little tiny cucumbers on it, so hopefully I'll be able to eat something out of the greenhouse. I'm sure I'll get potatoes. They look pretty good. But I'm trying to get this fence up and planning on getting a bull from my parents, probably 2 cows, be able to raise some calves and stuff. And the end goal on that is I want to be able to slaughter them myself like we done the hogs and things. We butchered a few rabbits the other day. We had too many males and all of that, but sometimes you can get discouraged because it is a lot of work, and a lot of times it's things that bite you, just like the greenhouse. I thought that was going to be a great thing, and it ended up not being, didn't live up to my expectations. So it is what it is. You gotta, like I said, you will get discouraged every now and then, but you gotta suck it up and keep going. And the fence here is kind of discouraging because I've been wanting to get it up for about 2 months, and it just we haven't had the time. It's either been raining, or we have to go somewhere and do something on the weekends or whatever. Or it's usually, like last year, we were working pretty local logging, so I could be home about 2 or 3 o'clock, and then I have a lot of time to get stuff done in the evenings, where this hadn't been so much. We're working quite a bit out of town now, so a lot of times when I get home it's 4 or even 5 o'clock. So then it takes all of your day just doing the maintenance of feeding and watering the rabbits, feeding and water the chickens, which I have self feeders and self waterers that you have to check, but you still got to do that, get the eggs, feed the hogs when we have them again. We don't have them quite yet. Take care of the goats, feed and water them, and keep a check on them that they don't have worms or have to trim their feet or something like that. And, in the future when I trim the feet, I'll make a video on that. So maybe if some of you don't know how to do that, maybe it'll be helpful to you. If not, maybe it'll be enjoyable to watch anyway. But anyway, homesteading, it kind of, to me, I'm going to use this phrase out of the Bible, but when Jesus was calling people and calling disciples, he said, count the cost. Because it's a cost to follow Jesus. It's a cost to be a disciple and to follow God's way. It said, I don't remember the exact verse and everything, but I'm paraphrasing, that, you don't sit down and build a house unless you count the cost and find out if you have enough to go through with it, or else somebody will laugh at you when you have a half-built house. And that's true following Jesus, and that's also true in homesteading, that you got to count the cost. Are you going to be willing to spend the money to get the things and do the things, all the material and fencing and tools and animals and all that, like I said? And also, are you willing to put in the cost of the time and discipline of doing that? And one part of Bear's video, he said, there's no TV time. You might have a little downtime to rest or something like that, but there's always something to be done, especially if you're working full time. And I hadn't really watched TV in probably a couple of years. At least a year we've been doing homesteading. Other than Sunday nights when the new episodes are on, I love watching The Walking Dead, so I don't miss that. But normally, if it wasn't for The Walking Dead, honestly, you could cut the TV off and throw it out the door. It wouldn't bother me a bit. The kids watch cartoons and things like that, but as far as me, I don't care. So, I watch, or at least listen to a lot of YouTube. I'll play it on the backgrounds when I'm working, either in the earbuds or in my tree cutter and things like that, and I enjoy that. So it kind of takes a part of my place of my TV part. So anyway, I don't know if this video had a whole lot of point, a whole lot of meaning, but I just figured I'd sit down and make it while my concrete was drying. So stay prepped up, prayed up, and strapped up. See ya.